I'm here with my buddy Philip Williams, and I'd like to encourage you to watch the Phil Williams Show, and you can go to patriotinsights.com.
All right. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
It is that time for my response to a tweet. And today's tweet says, Trump said he will be the greatest uniter after he wins the nomination. But Cruz, he'll never stop lying. Trump said he will be the greatest uniter after he wins the nomination. But Cruz, he will never stop lying. Wow. Hey, let me just get into this. Here's my response to your tweet. I'm looking at things, anybody that listens to my show, I always look at what signals do we send to our young people, what's really going on. I always like to listen to the debates for not what they're saying, but what does it say about us? What does it say about our situation, things of this nature? When I hear a tweet like this, it always has me go back to that place of leadership. What's really, really missing? One of the things that's got us frustrated is what? We feel that we're being treated like we're stupid. We feel like these politicians lie to us. We feel like they do what they want to do. We feel like they're derelict in leadership. And we just have all these kind of emotions, and we're upset, we're frustrated, we're mad, we're even, excuse my French, but I'm going to say it in English, we're even pissed off. But when I hear something like this, it says, okay, so in the beginning, he's purposely being a divider, and we shouldn't address the division that Trump is creating, because after he gets what he wants, then he'll start giving us what we deserve. So I'm perplexed. I'm trying to say, do we deal with the fact that you are a dividing person, a divisive person right now? What can you do to fix that right now? Or we have to wait for you to give us what we deserve and unite us after you get what you want? So in order to get what you want, you're going to be a divisive person. But after you get what you want, then you're going to give us what we need or what we deserve. And then the part that's funny is that you do point the finger at Ted Cruz and say, he's a liar now and in the middle, and he's going to be a liar afterwards. And so now if I was to just humor your tweet, I would ask the people of Ted Cruz's caliber, it is being known that you're hedging on the truth or you're lying or whatnot. Are we supposed to deal with that now, or are we supposed to wait for it to subside after you get what it is that you want? Now, everybody knows I'm a Ted Cruz supporter. He wasn't my first, second, or my third choice. But here we are now. And so the question that I'm asking, or more so what I'm trying to do is, do we face it now? Or do we wait until later to deal with it? Here's the advantages of facing it now. Because there is somebody that is trying to defeat you that's going to deal with it now. They're not going to just give you a clear path into the presidency and say, oh, we'll deal with your deficiency later. No, they're going to try to deal with you now. There's an opponent that is dealing with the same question that you are, or that's there, that's questionable. They're dealing with the same thing. So how do we deal with it now? Isn't that what leadership is? Knowing that there's a deficiency that other people might see and this and that, so we take that bull by the horns and we deal with it now and let the chips fall from that. That means if we win or lose, it was dealt with. Isn't that the best signal to send to our young people? So Donald Trump, you're a divisive person. What are you willing to do about it now? So we have to wait? Okay, Ted Cruz, he has a problem with the truth. Are we going to deal with it now? We're going to act like it's not there? Because it's going to get dealt with. I'd rather face it now. When we can get it understood, we can apologize for it, we can repent, we can do whatever we need to do so we can get it out the way so that it's not a factor later. And here's the advantage. If we do deal with it now, whether it be Donald Trump's divisiveness or Ted Cruz's lying, if we do deal with it now, when it comes time to dealing with the Democrats, that trust me, they're going to deal with it right then. They're not going to wait. Then it's going to make them look like the ones that's liars and them to be the ones that's divisive. Because we dealt with ours. And so when they come and point it out, we can say we dealt with ours. Versus brush it under the rug and trip on it later. That's what happens whenever you brush something under the rug, there's a lump in the middle of the floor. You are going to trip on it. And you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to break your neck, you're going to do something. You got to deal with it. You can't just brush it over there in the corner. That's that 800-pound gorilla in the room. So Donald Trump, what are you preparing to do with your divisiveness? You're dividing America for your own selfish reasons. You're casting aspersions on Ted Cruz and pointing out stuff that Ted Cruz has had to apologize for it. So let's not be that person saying Phil is hating and he's backstabbing Cruz. No, we're dealing with it now. Because it's gonna get dealt with. And don't you think whoever we're supporting, we deserve it now? Because we've always had to wait on the back end and never received it. Isn't that the part that's got us frustrated? Democrats say, give us the tax cuts now, or give us the tax increases now, and we'll give you the tax cuts later. And when it comes time for the tax cuts later, then we got to fight tooth and nail to get them. Isn't that why we're frustrated on the right? So why can't we have it now? Who is willing to go in there to Ted Cruz and say, Ted, we got to deal with this now, man, because it's going to get dealt with. And the time it's going to get dealt with is when we're definitely going to lose. We can't brush this thing under the rug and act like it's not there. There is somebody that's going to defeat us, and they're going to point out the fact that it seems like we're kicking the can down the road, Mr. Cruz. Ted Cruz supporters should want that to be dealt with now. Why? Because we feel he's the best candidate for what we need. But we got to get ours now. For you people to feel Donald Trump is the best, what are you doing to get him to deal with his divisiveness now? Because it's going to get dealt with. Why can't we have it now? Why do we got to wait until you get what you want before you stop dividing America the way that you are? I don't know what we can ask from Kasich. I think we just need to leave Kasich alone. This guy's running around here like but this guy's a nut to me. I mean, you win one primary and you think everybody should get behind you. Yeah, let's deal with that now. Kasich, stop, go, bye, have a nice day. And he's from Ohio, that's where I'm from. I'm dealing with it now. I'm gonna face that joker now. I think, and you know, hey, let's face it now. Because it's gonna get faced. And we cannot run around here and act like it's not there. Not everybody is hating on Ted Cruz supporters. Not everybody's hating on you, Donald Trump. You are participating in some things that makes the accusations accurate. Since I'm a Ted Cruz supporter, I would love for us to face this reality now and get it done. And to me, that's true leadership. When you can go into people of power and say, hey, we got to fix that. We got to stop that. And stop looking at the political advantage and we'll deal with it later, because the American people, we're the ones that end up screwed. We never get ours while you guys get yours. Hey, I'm Phil Williams. Ted Cruz, 2016, baby. Never Trump. Hey, that's just it. That's my response to a tweet on the Phil Williams Show.